Hmm. Give me 1 second, chat. Whoa, I leaked it. No. All right, there we go. I was leaking slides. All right. So, this is dev stream number 3. Let me make sure I get all my notes together and all that good stuff. Man's leaking the whole presentation. Hey, we only went like 2 slides. It's fine. Alright, so with this dev stream, we are going to be starting with the PvP presentation visualizer. So for all the PvP people out there, this will give you a lot of information. Also, any Kinalite dev stream that we do will be always on the channel. You will be able to go onto the Kinalite Kingdom channel and see all of the live streams. I will also post all the slideshow teasers inside of the teasers channel of our Discord. But yeah, on this stream, we are going to be talking about PvP. After we talk about PvP, I will be doing a question, like y'all can ask questions and I'll answer. After that, we'll go to the field quest visualizer, Q&A for that. After that, we'll talk a little bit about beta testing, creator program plans, and then some dev stream stuff. Actually, I might as well talk about the dev stream stuff before we go into the PvP visualizer. So pretty much, if you didn't read the announcement, Kinalite Kingdom dev team will be doing dev streams every other week. So technically this is week B. Let me see if I said it right. Okay, this is week A. So week A is a dev stream. Week B is a team meeting. So after this week, next week, we will be doing a team meeting day. And then the week following it will be another dev stream. This is just to give us more time to, you know, prepare more content like this. Let me read some of this. Let me read some chat stuff. 10 watching, only 5 likes. Hey, regardless, people will be able to watch this in the past, or I say in the past, in the future. I'm so tired, chat. Is Classic gonna join? Classic, I don't know what Classic is doing right now, but I'm pretty much just going over some visualizer stuff. All right, so let's get into PvP. So in this, we will be going over a whole bunch of PvP stuff. I will be introducing the gimmick of Kinalite Kingdom and a whole bunch of information like PvP prep. So let's go ahead and get into the first slide. All right, so Kinalite overall stats. Y'all already know, if y'all played the demo, here, let me move my camera so y'all can see all the information. But if y'all played the demo, y'all know it's 7 stats. You got your HP, melee attack, range attack, melee defense, range defense, speed, and energy. In Kinalite Kingdom, there will be no secret abilities or hidden abilities. And the max abilities that Kinalite can have is 2. There is some possibilities of Kinalites only having 1, which ought to be used more for like more unique Kinalites. You can raise certain stats by using star cookies and dark star cookies to reset stats. As y'all know in the demo, max star level is 12 and the max stat can have is 5. So say if I had like a cranage, I can put 5 speed, 5 attack, and then the rest I could just distribute into other stats. So I'll have 2 stats left. So that's pretty much how simple PvP prep is when you distribute and stuff. PvP preparation will be talked about at the end of the slideshow, so you all can see the items and other things needed for PvP. Alright. So right here, this is just a spreadsheet of how we do things on the Kinalite team. It's just showing y'all how we don't pay attention to that evolves at 14. That might change. So don't be like, oh, cranage evolves at 14. That might change. So do not, you know, go crazy about that. But this is just showing you that Kinalite has 2 abilities. And yeah, that's pretty much for this. Now this UI right here is your Kinalite summary UI. On the left right here, this is your gear right here. This is going to be the spot where your relic goes. and these two are cosmetics. So top two is PvP, bottom two is cosmetics. This right here is where you can change the stats of your Kinalite. So like I said, the max stat of any of these is 5, and you just hit the plus button to make this number go up. It's that simple. As for moves, there's no relearning move thing where you have to go to an NPC and go relearn moves. You'll have access to all of that stuff here. So these 4 right here, I don't know if, let me see. I think my mouse is on the right thing. Oh no, hold on. All right, let me go back to this. But these 4 right here, these are the 4 moves you originally have. And this list right here is all of the moves you can just swap out. It's just drag and drops. It's that easy. And right here is your ability. So a bunch of your utility stuff will be on one screen. You'll be able to change your moves on one screen. You'll be able to PvP prep on the same screen. You'll be able to change your cosmetics on the same screen and your PvP items. All right, type chart. There are no immunities in Kinalite. So if I know in the old type chart we had like things like zeros, Kinalite does not support immunities, and the only way to gain an immunity is through an ability, such as like say if it was an ability where it lets me absorb water attacks, stuff like that. But yeah, this is the new type chart, and like I said, if y'all want this type chart, this will be inside the teasers channel. Kinalite gear. All right. Gear is your Kinalite held item. Like you know in Pokemon games, you have held items, and Lumion you have held items, etc. We call it gear though. Kinalites can only use one gear in battle. This item right here on the right is called Sharp Claws. You can get it by knocking out cranages. It will boost your crit rate. So this is a crit increasing item. So the way to obtain this PvP item or like just to get this, you have to farm cranage. So just use that to like think about how easy PvP prep is. Some item drops might be harder, some might be easy. That's just how it works. There will be abilities in the game that has or moves that have item manipulation, things like knockoff where you knock their item off, or things where you can switch items or disable items. So that's gear for you. All right, here is the Kinalite Kingdom gimmick. I know we don't have a visual for this, but in the future we'll have way more visual. The mechanic is called Manamanting. It's very long, but it's gonna be fitting when y'all play. Manamanting is the Kinalite Kingdom gimmick. I created this gimmick to be more friendly to open team building. A bunch of the Manamanting moves are utility, and any Kinalite can have. This mechanic also makes it so every Kinalite can have a purpose on the team. So I will be getting more into Manamanting on the next slide, I'm pretty sure. If I have a Kinalite on my team that doesn't work well against my opponent, it will still have usage. So say if I had Crowmain on my team and my opponent has all things that Crowmain just can't hit, like he can't do nothing at all, like I can't do no damage. All right, well, since I know Crowmain cannot do anything at all, I can literally use a mechanic called charge and just fill up my meter by spamming the charge button. So if you played the demo and you seen the charge button, that is what it's for. It wasn't usable in the demo because we didn't have that system set up. But I call this system the Mana Bank Kinalite, a Kinalite that you can't really use in battle, but you could just spam charge to fill up your meter. And like I said, I will be going over meter management, relics, and mana bursts. Alright, meter management or mana management. This meter is built through a PvP match. So on the right, you can see the image of how you built this meter. We don't know for sure if we want to start the match off where you get starting meter or if we want to make it to the point where you get 0%. But whatever we do, at the right, if you land a super effective hit, you get 15% meter. If you land a not very effective hit, you get -5. If you land a normal hit, a neutral, that's 5%. And then you got passive regen over time, which is 5%. Now the charge mechanic, which I was telling y'all, it takes 25% of the Kinalite's energy and it puts it into the meter. This meter works across your entire team. That's how it is. So say, like I said, if Crowmain cannot do anything against another Kinalite, I can literally press charge, which then I would just straight up use Crowmain's energy. I can press charge 4 times before I run out of energy, and then boom, I will already have 80% meter if I'm still alive. So pretty much every Kinalite can help you win a battle. It don't matter if it's trash. You can always win with something by using the charge function. If your attack doesn't connect, of course you will not get rewarded any meter. So this meter is built throughout PvP, like I was just explaining on the right. And yeah, all of this stuff right here is what I just explained on the right. And remember, the meter is not for a single Kinalite. So if I have 80% meter and one of my Kinalites die, I will still have 80%. It does not only work for one Kinalite. It's not like a meter for one specific thing. It's throughout your whole team. Alright, relics. Alright, relics. Kinalite does not support recovery moves, chat. We do not have roost. We don't have like rejuvenate, no heal stuff. The only way to heal in Kinalite is through a relic, which your Kinalite can only hold one relic. You can also heal through abilities in certain moves, like a move that's like Draining Fang, where you get HP after doing damage. But you cannot just spam a move for heals. We could possibly have, like I said, we can have abilities where it lets you heal. Also, another thing is, every Kinalite can pivot, meaning every Kinalite can use things like U-turn. Let me make this Lumion Legacy related. Flash and flee, all that stuff. So pretty much, there is a relic that you can see on the right called the Rebound Relic. And remember, only a Kinalite can only hold one relic. So you got to decide what relic you want your Kinalite to use. Relics can be looked at as like a fifth move. It's not a something where I can have this 50% option or this heal option and the rebound option. I only can use one relic on a Kinalite. So it's a fifth move basically. Every Kinalite can have a fifth move. So my whole team, if I wanted to, my whole team can have heal relics throughout the whole team. My whole team can have pivot moves throughout the whole team. But remember, to use these relics, it costs 25% of your meter. So you still can't spam this option. This is not something where you could just keep pivoting. If you had 100% meter, you only could spam 4 times if 4 of your Kinalites had relics. And let's be real, that being a situation happening in battle, you know, that's going to be very rare for somebody to just straight up spam all of their pivots and use all of their meter like that. But yeah, the meter mechanic is extremely flexible. So any Kinalite can have U-turn, and it'll take the typing of whatever move you click. So say if my Chromain had a metal move, a wind move, and a lightning move, if I click that lightning move, it will turn into a lightning pivot attack. And it uses your strongest attack stats. So there will be a range pivot and attack pivot. So it gets extremely flexible. And it's like I said, every Kinalite has access to this. Alright, Mana Burst. Now Mana Burst is the 100% option. A lot of people wanted to know why Kinalite don't have Mega Evolutions. Pretty much, Kinalite's gimmick is similar to Dynamax. We still want to change some stuff with it, and we still haven't been able to actually hands-on test certain things. But this option is called Mana Burst. As you can see on the right, at 25%, you can use your Relic move, your 5th move. But at 100%, you can Mana Burst the Kinalite. This will put your Kinalite in a state where it gets double HP, and also, of course, all of its moves will turn into burst move. These burst moves do more damage and has a stat crease side effect. So say if I use the wood one, I could get like +1 defense or something. It depends on the typing. Every typing has a chance to boost one type of side effect. On PvP, Kinalite PvP is the classic 6v6. Things can be changed, like the format battle stuff can be changed later. Like if we wanted to add 5 more Kinalites, or if we wanted to do 5 battles, I can't even talk, 5v5s instead of 6v6s, where we, you know, change how many Kinalites you can have. So it's more of a strategy of what you throw out. But at the start of a battle, you'll be introduced to the team preview UI. And the team preview UI, you'll be able to see different types of relics your opponent is using, but you don't know what relic the Kinalite is holding. This is just to give you some ideas of how they are building their relics. So as you can see on the right, It's 2 war eclipses, but on the red side, you can basically see what relics your opponent is using to, you know, scout it out. Alright, now spectating in arenas. In-game battle arenas, on release we plan on having PvP battles, but we do not plan on having the hub area, basically the Coliseum, or trade resort yet. You can battle players in your server by clicking the player list and then sending them a battle. When both players accept, you'll be teleported to an arena. Players can choose for the battle to be spectated or not spectated. If the players decide on spectate, there will be an icon on the player list that shows that you are battling, so people can just click it and get into it. So you can click that icon and spectate. Originally, I was going to make it so battles happen on the overworld, meaning like when both of y'all are standing next to each other, it happened. But I felt like that had been too messy, as there is so many things going on in the overworld already, such as chest spawning, Kinalite spawning, raid stone spawning. It's a lot of stuff that already happened in the overworld. So that's why I made this. It'll teleport you to a separate Coliseum. Alright, PvP prep. This is the last slide, I'm pretty sure. But PvP prep in Kinalite is simple. You get star cookies. You're going to need 12 star cookies to get a Kinalite to max stats. But some Kinalites will already have some stats when you catch it. So it might be, oh, you only need 7 star cookies to fully max stat a Kinalite. Dark star cookies are used to rearrange your Kinalite stats. You can literally just use that and then it'll put all your stats to 0 where you can straight up rearrange them again. To obtain gear, you'll have to either do field quests or farm drops from certain Kinalites, like I was saying with Cranage, where you could get an increased crit item by knocking out Cranages, and then it's a chance for it to drop. There will be nature changing items that you can earn from completing field quests. So if you like, I need to have the speed nature, then you'll be able to get that item. Relics are obtained by collecting forgotten fragments through raids, and you need 3 fragments to create a relic. So like I said in the raid document, from completing a 1-star raid, you will get 1 fragment. So you will have to complete 3 1-star raids to get 1 relic. 2-star raids give you 2, 3 stars give you 3, 4-star give you 4, and of course if you complete a 5-star, you'll get 2 relics, which is 6 fragments. Alright, I know that's a lot to take in. That's expected to, you know, happen in PvP stuff, because there's a lot of information to throw out. Now, I will have this slide inside of the teaser channels of our Discord. Now I'm going to just be answering any questions y'all have over any slide, and from there we'll move on to the next thing. Alright, let me turn my camera on now. I'm out of breath. Oh my goodness, all of that info. Will there be a type of relic clause in PvP? That is something that me and Tunda talked about. If we don't want, like, let's say relic clause as in you only can use 2 types of a relic on a team, meaning you only can use 2 heal relics on your team. But like I said, this isn't, even if you spammed a specific type of relic on your team, it will not be broken. And let me tell you why it won't be broken. Put it in a sense of this. Say if we have a heal relic and a pivot relic right now. I'm only going to tell y'all about those 2 relics. There's way more relics to be talked about, but those are the only one the public know, which I just explained. If you have a pivot and a heal one, it'll be hard since we're only dropping the game with 3 types of relics. So it'll be hard to put a clause on them. The best clause would be put in 2, which then it'll be too simple if everybody had 2 of each. It'll be too basic. So we'll talk about clause stuff later. But as for it can't really be abused, is because you need 25% to use one of the options. You can't just click it at 0%. Alright, in the slide that talked about no healing moves. Does that mean Azulon Draining Fang? No. So that's what I was saying. So let me go to that part. So Azulon Draining Fang still heals. Certain moves can still heal. I'm talking about strictly recovery moves, meaning recover, things like rejuvenate, roost, that type of stuff. There's no heal moves like that. You are literally trading freaking. So if Monoburst is like Dynamax, would there be some that changes looks? We actually thought about that, Flare Blitz, but we're not going to do that because there's just going to be way too many Kinalites, as Kinalite can just straight up be expanded. So we will have to literally keep choosing throughout all of these kingdoms which Kinalites will have a, what did Pokemon call Dynamax? I think that was like Gigantamax, the ones that changed forms. But we will have to do that through our whole Kinalite career. That's way too much work for us. And we will basically have to pick out certain things. It's just not on our radar. For Monoburst, are the stats going to be permanent for the rest of the match, or will you lose stats you gained after the Monoburst is over? The stats change when you switch. So if you switch that Kinalite out, say if I had Monoburst state and I used one of my burst moves and I got +1 attack. When I switch out, then my stats reset. We did talk about things being some permanent stuff because it will take you a lot of time to hit 100% meter. 100% meter is not something you could just spam. You won't just see people using 100% meter throughout the whole match because the 25% option is very important. It might be clutch for you to heal a Kinalite instead of going for a save to get a, Monoburst out. All right. Let me see what other questions we got. Good idea. Every Kinalite should be viable. Exactly, Dreadclaw. The reason why I came up with this system is to make every Kinalite viable. Of course, you're going to still need the team build with having typings cover different typings. Same with abilities. Maybe this ability can help something on your team. But as for the basic like PvP stuff, let me tell you this. In Pokemon games, things like when only certain things get access to certain utilities such as pivot, you can't use what you really enjoy. So if I was playing Doodle World and I need a flash or I need a hit and run, I have to resort to an air type. That already destroys how like the comfort pick of what you want on your team. Because you like, well, I don't have anything to pivot because my favorite types or my favorite doodles are, they are not air type. So therefore you have no access to hit and run. With this, you can literally slap this item onto any Kinalite and have the option to pivot. Also, you said earlier that you can get a max of 2 abilities. Will there be like 2+ abilities a Kinalite can roll, or will there only be 2 since there's a chance you could roll one? What do you mean one last while? So pretty much it's a 50-50. It's a coin flip of what ability you get and when you encounter a Kinalite in the wild. There won't be a rare ability than the other one. They're 50-50s. Mono insect, here I come. Hey, you could do, you're gonna get destroyed by a specific typing still. All because we made it so Kinalites can have more options. That don't mean you could just run all this team. But hey, if you feel like you can do it, figure it out. Question, will there be different varieties of maps in the arena in the future? Yes. That is a very good question. And we actually been working on some more arena styles. This is the garden arena. There's going to be way more arenas that we can add that y'all can choose from before the battles start. And I really do like the arena style because we took heavy influence from Pokemon X and Y. If y'all know Ash versus Alon, that's kind of the vibes this area gives off. And I think we all like X and Y stuff. So we took heavy influence from that arena. All right, will there be ability changes or just, oh yeah, there is nature ability. I said nature ability. There is ability changing items. I should have put that in the slide. Thank you for saying that, Envy. There is ability changing items, so you don't have to, keep catching stuff to get the right ability. So that's why I said PvP prep is really simple. If you go back to the ability slide, that shows a Kinalite having 2 abilities. Let me see. This, if you do event or like kingdom regional forms of Kinalites, will they have different abilities? Event Kinalites, no. If we do a regional variant, yes. Regional variants will be like a whole new Kinalite if we do regional variants. This might not be fully related to PvP, but will there be an achievement system where if you do special things like getting all the Kinalites, that will be on the field quest visualizer. Save that question for later. All right. Do we have any more questions about PvP presentation stuff? I know some people could be shaky about certain things, but I'm telling y'all that the PvP visualizer, or I mean the PvP in Kinalite, is going to be super enjoyable. It takes away from team building, like stressful team building, such as like, oh, I need this for this type of move. So the people who do like sweat and team building, I'm sorry, you might not like Kinalite as much, but it is more friendly for more people to get into, and there will still be strategy. Strategy is more in battle versus out of battle. All right, next visualizer. I gotta catch my breath a little. This is the field quest system. Now, a lot of people actually sleep on this system. I don't know why. It's not really just what y'all think, where it's just it's just NPCs that you can repeat. Like, it's not like that. So let me get into the field quest stuff. All right. Let me get a little break chat, because I just talked for like, I think 27 minutes straight of PvP stuff. So when I come back, I will be going over some field quest stuff. So give me 1 second. Also, chat, at 500 subscribers, Kinalite Kingdom's YouTube channel can be monetized. YouTube did change some settings around where you don't have to hit 1,000 subscribers. So I forgot that to announce that to the community. But we still do need some watch hours, which we can get throughout streaming. All right, I'm back, chat. And if y'all do have more questions about PvP stuff, now that I went over the visualizer, you can DM me about PvP stuff or ping me in the Kinalite Discord. I can answer any question y'all need about PvP, because I do want to hype people up about the system. All right, field quest. Had to get a drink. This game mechanic is one of the many core replayability features of Kinalite Kingdom. Players will be able to collect unique rewards through repeatable quests and in different areas, party up with friends, and grind. Alright, at the end of this presentation, I am going to go on a rant, so be ready for that. Yeah, get y'all popcorn. Alright, field quest NPCs. When you go on a route in Kinalite, there will be a field quest NPCs spawning around the map or the route. Just like how when y'all played the demo, there were just Kinalites going around the area. There will be NPCs walking around, similar to how the PvP trainers was, but they will give you a quest. When you talk to an NPC, it will have a tier difficulty on where you can accept or decline the quest. So say when I talk to an NPC, it displays tier 1. Tier 1 is the easiest quest for NPC, tier 2 is medium, and tier 3 is more hard, and it's going to be way longer to complete. After completing the quest, you will get a crate, which I think is the next slide. Yeah, crates. Crates will be the item you get from completing field quests. Depending on the tier of quests you complete, you will get a crate that can give you better rewards. So if I complete a tier 1 quest, I will get a tier 1 crate. If I complete a tier 2 quest, I will get a tier 2, etc. The max tier is 3. You can open these crates to get a random item from the field board. Field board. I was supposed to have something to display right here, but I might show y'all that after I go over this. But this UI shows all of the, I think it's on the next one. Here we go. So yeah, it's on the next slide, but I'll go to that after I go over this. This UI shows all of the different items you can obtain from a route. All of the odds will be shown for each rarity of items. You can also spend cash to buy crates using Robux. Listen, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, pay to win. No, there's no pay to win in Kinalite. All because you see you can use this to buy Robux. No. There's a free to play method to do this, and there's a way you can do it if you don't want to do the quest. Say if you have Robux and you just want to buy a crate. Well, you don't have to do the questing part. You can straight up just buy it, but it's still free to play friendly. And the stuff that you can get out of crates is more cosmetic stuff, which I will be going into of the future of this presentation. Higher tier crates will cost more Robux. So a tier 1 crate might cost like 25 Robux, while tier 3 costs 100, because tier 3 crates give you a better chance of getting higher tier loot. But nothing is guaranteed. Buying a crate does not guarantee you. Like I said, you to get what you want, as it gives you the same thing as free-to-play players, you are just skipping the grinding aspect. This is one of the only methods our dev team has to receive funding, which even then you can farm crates through quests. So Kinalite does not have anything really where y'all have to be spending Robux into it. So this is one of our ways to earn Robux as a dev team. So this UI right here, I got a lot to break down for this. This right here, you might see a lot of mirrors. Of course, these items will be different, but the grayed background is common items, the green is uncommon, the blue is rare, purple is very rare, and the yellow is legendary. So say on the board there's like a common drop, uncommon, like 2 uncommons, 1 rare, 1 very rare, and then 1 legendary. That will all display on the left. At the top left, it will display the route you are in and all of the loot you can get out of that route. So pretty much the grind aspect of Kinalite is completing these quests to spin the crate to get one of the items on the list of a route. Items on a route will change throughout the game. So it will never be a time where it's like, oh, it's the same cosmetic as the last route. There might be some like PvP things that stays the same throughout routes, such as like the ability changer item that will be on every route. The nature changing item will be on every route. Seals, the capture item will be on every route, stuff like that. But in the middle, it will display the odds of all of the drops. So common might have more percentage, or it will have more percentage than the legendary. Now on the right, you might see this K. You can click this cash icon to buy more cash in game. This is the Robux thing, by the way. This is like your boost tokens. You can buy cash with Robux and then use cash to buy tier crates if you don't want to do the quest system. All right, next slide. Field board rewards. Now the stuff that I was saying, like that you could get rewards with the field quest system, you could get things like gear, which is PvP items, enchants, which is cosmetics, mounts, normal items, and more. But this is not just limited to this stuff right here. It can go like way crazier than this. I just listed a few things. All right, Kinalite completion. Somebody asked on the last one, is there anything where like you get a reward for catching all the Kinalites? Yes. Every area, every route has a Kinalite capture completion list. You must catch all of the Kinalites to earn rewards. Not on that GUI before, but there's a different reward pool that you can get for catching all the Kinalites on that route. Trades will not complete this for you. Clicking a Kinalite will also show you all of its possible drops and drop chances. We want to provide our players as much info as possible, which that displays on this UI right here. So on this UI right here, it will be different Kinalites. That color represents the rarity of a Kinalite. So say if it's a legendary Kinalite, it'll have a gold little square on it. If it was uncommon, it would be green, etc. It's simple. We made everything color coded so you can already know how rare a Kinalite is. Which in the future, we will display that on like a wiki where it's like, okay, gray means common. And before y'all ask questions, save questions for the end of the presentation, because I just want to try to get through this as fast as possible. All right, so on the left, if you click one of the Kinalites, it will show you the drops it can, like the things it can drop. On the top left, it shows the completion. So say if you needed like one more Kinalite, your completion percentage will probably be like 90% area. All right, crates inventory. All of the crates you collected will appear in the crates tab, where you can open different quantities of crates. So right here, this is where all of your crates that you collected from doing field quests will be. You can click a crate and then you can click open it, and then it's basically like a gacha system. When you open the crate, there's a chance that you get an item on the board. It's no guarantee to get the best item, but this is the replayability and the thing that you can repeat till you get what you want. So Kinalite does that. Parties. Now a lot of people didn't look into this as much as like I hope people did, but you can literally grind this system with friends. You can party up with friends to earn more rewards, and also people in your party and help people in your party with a field quest. So for example, if War Clips has, first off, let me start with this. This UI right here is your party. You can have up to 4 people in a party. Each member can hold up to 1 quest. So right here you see tier 1. War Clips has a tier 1 quest, and they'll have, you know, the completion of when it's done, and they'll have the quest and all that information. But when a quest is completed in a party, the player who collected the quest will get the tier crate. So if War collected a tier 1 quest, everybody in the party will get tier 0 crates. If War would have collected a tier 3 quest, he would have got a tier 3, while the rest of the party gets a tier 2 crate. You only would get like the tier number if it's your quest, you're the one who picked it up, but you will still be getting a bunch of rewards if you're playing with friends. So like I said right here, when a quest is completed in a party, the player who collected the quest will get a tier crate of the NPC they got it from. Everyone else will get a tier down, and I did explain the example. Solo play. So if you cannot be in a party with other players, don't worry, you will be able to collect up to 4 field quests if you're playing solo. So if you're playing in a party, you only can take 1. But if you're playing solo, you can collect 4 field quest NPCs quests and do all of those at whatever pace you want to do them. But when you are playing in a party, each member will only be able to get 1, even if you have 2 people in your party. So if you have 2 people in your party, y'all will only get 1 quest. It's not going to split it to both of y'all getting 2, because y'all are both going to be doing a faster progression because you guys are helping each other versus somebody who's playing by themselves, if y'all get what I mean. Because if you're playing by yourself, you have no one else to help you complete your quest. But if you're playing with a partner, you have help, which I do want to encourage people to play with other players in the game. That's literally why a lot of people like playing games on Roblox, is to play with friends. So like I said at that end of the slide, I want everyone to play as a team, talk to people in your server about stuff. So to conclude this presentation, I did as much as I could to make Kinalite a game where you can actually grind overworld stuff with friends, as that is what makes Roblox Roblox. Field quest replayability and raids are 2 core things you can do with a group of friends and just enjoy the grind while having your classic chroma hunting and PvP enjoyment. All right, y'all could go with y'all questions, and then after that, I believe that is it for the visualizer stuff. If there's no questions, then hey, I could talk about the creator program and beta testing stuff, which a lot of people want to know about that too. No question? All right, shoot, no questions. I'm gonna give people a minute. I'm confused about the part with what, Envy? Kinalite's on the screen. Oh, Trainer Duck got a bunch of questions, I bet. Which slide, Envy? Are there going to be Kinalites that can evolve through doing raids or doing tasks? What do you mean, Macaron? Is the trading and PvP areas 2 separate areas, or is it a social park? They're 2 separate areas. They're going to be 2 separate areas. I don't like social park. Social park is really confusing, and I believe that trade and PvP areas should be separated. Will all quests be viable with a party, or there be some... Oh yeah, let me turn my camera on. That's my overlay. Alright, boom. Will all quests be viable with a party, or there will be some locked and safe for a solo? No, all quests is viable for party. A bunch of the quests... Okay, for example, say it's me, Envy, Trainer Duck, and Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz finds a tier 3 quest, and that quest says knock out 200 Nymons. Well, every time somebody in our party knock out a Nymon, that will go to Flare Blitz completion list. Once his quest is done, everybody in the party get rewarded for it. He will get a tier 3 crate while everybody else gets tier 2s. Of course, that is a good question, Diamond. Different tier quests will be more rare. So, of course, finding a tier 3 NPC is going to be harder. Like, oh, dang, I got a tier 3. Everybody in your party hype because now you could get a tier 3 crate. Can you go back to slide 9? Alright, what about it? Will completing the area give a reward like a title or give some items? Yup, go. That's exactly what this slide is for. This slide, there's gonna be, after you complete stuff, there's gonna be rewards that you can get from completing a route. If I join someone party when they're doing a quest, do I need to wait till that quest is done? That is a really good question, Sonny. You have to, if they already have a quest, you cannot join a party until they have no quest. So you need to be in, before you take quests, you need to already have people set up, you know. You can't just have it to the point where you about to finish a quest. Now you could get your friend in. No, I ain't letting y'all abuse the system. Oh, you finna complete the quest? Hurry up and invite your friend so he could get rewards. No, they already got to be in the party. So before you invite people to a party, you literally got to have no quest active. Because that could easily be abused. Like, would there be a room in raids that allows a Kinalite to evolve in a certain way? I probably wouldn't do anything where you have to evolve a Kinalite inside of a dungeon. Or the only way to evolve it is dungeon. I mean, it sounds cool. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. That could happen. But I don't know about anything else. How does that slide work? The way you explained it, confused. So look, this here, let me just zoom in. Pretty much, look, the Kinalites, all of these Morphus, do not look at them as all Morphus. Morphu is a placeholder. I gotta break that down first. Morphu is a placeholder. Say if this route had Cranage, Naimon, something else, etc. You catch all of those, you get a reward. That is what the completion thing is for. You will get a reward. If you click one of these Kinalites, this drops tab will pop up and it'll show you all of the drops you can get from that Kinalite. So like I said, Cranage has a chance in the main game. Cranage has a chance to drop Sharp Claws. If you want to know what's the chance of getting Sharp Claws, you click Cranage, you'll see Sharp Claws instead of Mirror Mirror. That is another placeholder, and you'll see the percent chance it is to get that item. If instead of drops being here, usually rewards is here. So I don't know if that's the confusion part. So are the 3 uncommon different Kinalites? It's not, look, these are all placeholder colors. These aren't this is not how it's going to be, where it's going to be 3 uncommon, 3 rare, 3. No, those are just placeholders. If we actually had a route, it would be probably a gray box, a couple of green boxes, maybe a blue box, and then a legendary box to represent all of the Kinalites on the route. So if, let's make this Affinity. Let's say if this was Affinity Park. Affinity Park had Glowwood, and Glowwood is common. So that would have been a gray box here. Cranage is common, gray box here. Then you would have put Naimon, which is a green box. Chikitsu, blue box. And then you would have 5 boxes that were purple, which represent all 5 of the starters. And then the gold box, which is Mirlo. I did forget Blubbish, which will have a box right there too, which is common. That's how this works. Don't think that we got 3 of each rarity on every route. Will there be a way to get the Robux currency for free? My team was talking about it. We probably will do it, but at the same time, it's honestly no reason for us to provide that because there is free to play ways to get crates. We really want people to only spend Robux if they want to just, you know, the people who want to spend money. We probably don't want to give the Robux currency in game just because there's not anything that you really need to do with it besides buy crates. Just farm quests. And the whole party system literally makes the quest system easy. We'll have a Discord channel in our Discord where you can literally say like looking for party and route 1. Boom. Now we'll even have VCs set up where you can get into parties easily. For the people who don't have Discord, use Roblox chat. It's there for a reason. Okay, say I'm in a party If somebody doesn't help out with the progression, do they still get a reward? Yes, they will still get a reward. It is up to you, one last. If you feel like somebody in your party is not doing something, there's a kick option. You can kick people at your party. So if you don't want nobody getting carried, like, hey, he not even helping us do anything. He just sitting there AFK. Kick him. It's that easy. So everybody get rewarded in your party no matter what. Somebody can sit AFK if they want to and do nothing while the other three grind. Kick them. There you go. Pick up somebody else. Daily logins. We'll see about daily logins. Because a lot of the stuff in Kinalite, these field quests is basically like daily login stuff that you could just repeat and grind. So if I had 3 auto counts in a party, I could just solo a bunch. The thing about that, Trainer Duck, is even if you, I already thought about this. I'm already ahead of you. Say if you get 3 auto counts, right? And you on a route, you're still moving slower than having a party because there's no one else helping you do all these quests. If you have a catch 209 mon thing on your quest list with the other trainers that you got, or the other alt accounts. So if you got an alt account with a 209 mon quest, one that says catch Harleclips and some other stuff, like I'm just throwing out some random quest ideas, you still gonna be taking a long time. It's gonna take you a long time regardless. It will low-key hurt you to get alt accounts instead of playing with friends. You will get way more with playing with a group than playing alts. Will the crates only hold held items or will they also drop? Yeah, that's what I said. Go on this slide right here. Crates can hold enchants. Say if there's a legendary enchant on a route or a legendary mount, legendary items, it can literally get expanded as much as we want. And this is why I say Kinalite Kingdom is a heavy stream game. If you could imagine the experience when you are done with the story, say when we like updated the game and we dropped a portion of the Kingdom 1 story, once you're done with that, you will literally go to the route, get your friends if you play with friends, party up, complete quests or complete the field quest, try to farm out the field board, which is all the items that are there. While you are doing that, scout out for the raid stones that are spawning throughout the map. When you see a raid stone, activate it, invite your party to that raid stone, boom. Now you got something else that you grinding. It's never a repetitive thing in Kinalite because there's so much stuff happening at once. There's so much things popping up. And I do realize like a lot of kids like that type of stuff. Like a reason why people play like Pet Sim and stuff, it's a lot of things going on the screen, which, you know, keeps you engaged. With Kinalites be spawning, trainers be spawning, chest spawn. So you see a chest across the map, up, run to that chest. Oh, behind you, a raid stone just popped up. Click that. Oh, you see it's a 5-star raid. Boom. You shout out to your whole team like, oh shoot, this is a legendary raid. Invite them. Now y'all about to take on a legendary Kinalite raid, which will be crazy. It's just gonna be so much to do in the game. Do you think y'all will ever have a event field quest with exclusive drops? Yes. For events, we plan on using this formula right here. We do plan on having exclusive stuff, so there will be exclusive event field quests in a different area, and that will have exclusive gear or not. We wouldn't do exclusive PvP held items because that's kind of whack. The only time you could get this PvP held item is during this event though. But enchants like special cosmetics, mounts, you would definitely see that being a thing. Will there be a party chat? If we do party chat, we probably can use the Roblox system. I've seen it in other games where it's like a little team chat. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, where it'll show like everybody in your group where you can talk to. That's what we'll probably end up using that if we have that. Will field quests have a chance to make a Kinalite appear? No. Field quests will not have that type of mechanic. In-game VC can be a disaster. Well, we do plan on having voice chat in Kinalite. Of course, y'all know you could just turn that off if you don't want to hear people. Will quests have an X amount of time to beat? No. Quests will not have a time limit, but when you leave that server, all of your quests, all of your field quests disappears. Now, things like side quests and the main story quests, that saves. Field quest goes bye-bye when you leave the game. When you leave the game, you lose the field quest. You can't just have a 209. If you get a 209 mon quest, you got to be like, do I have enough time to finish this 209 mon quest today? If you don't, then you might as well take up another quest and decline it. Any new wisps, like things revealed today, like the butterfly, we didn't reveal no new enchants. Will there be an item that could possibly reroll the field quest? You don't need an item for that. You can literally decline the field quest. You can say after you got it, if you don't want it no more, you could just exit it out of your list. If someone does help with most of the quests and get kicked, what happens? Hey, that's on y'all. You can't do nothing about that. Why party up with people like that? You gotta literally, only the party leader can kick. So, of course, that's just how video games work. Imagine you playing another video game and you get kicked out the party when y'all about to beat it. I mean, boom. Play solo then. Or play with people who, or host your own party so that don't happen. When I stream this game, I plan on playing with viewers where I party up with viewers and we just farm field quests and raids. Boom. Like, it's a lot of stuff for Kinalite where it's going to be really fun to do with friends. Will there be a leaderboard for people who do the most quests? I can't tell you that stuff, Sonny, right now. You got to wait for the far future, because I did think about something like that, but I can't tell you right now. All right, is that everything for field quests? I really want people to get hyped about this system because this is one of the systems that I love about the game. Field quests can change throughout routes too. So say if it's a route inside of a factory, it won't always be the, oh, you need to knock out Kinalites or you need to catch Kinalites, your classic, repeatable things. If you are in a specific area, say I'm in a factory and there's a factory quest where it's saying bring boxes to the conveyor belt, there will literally be boxes spawning throughout the factory area where you could pick it up and put it on the conveyor belt and it'll be like, oh, you need to get 10 of them, like little scavenger quests. We can get extremely flexible with field quests. All of the field quests will not just straight up be bland. We can use the environment of Kinalite to literally make this whatever. If we in a forest and it's like you need to collect this berry, this berry, this berry, boom, bang. Now everybody in your party scouting out for different berries because you got the berry quest. It's stuff that you can literally just straight up have fun grinding with friends. It's not all just brain dead. Click move, boom, click move. You're always moving around. Field quests are different from story quests. Yes, field quests are different from story quests. The three quest styles you have: field quests, story quests, and side quests. Side quests are the NPCs that are already just stationary. They never move. You only can complete them once. Field quests are NPCs that once you click them and talk to them, they will despawn once you accept the quest. You do not have to turn a field quest in back to the NPC. Field quests, as soon as you complete them, you get your reward. You do not have to go back because as soon as you accept or decline a field quest, the NPC despawns. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all know what I said about cycling in Affinity Park? When you hit a Kinalite, more stuff spawn. That is exactly how field quests work. So if you're farming for a tier 3 field quest, you would definitely want to be talking to NPCs to cycle the area. Same with interacting with Kinalites, interacting with chests. All of that stuff cycles out. So I finally made the questing system and Kinalite able to go with the cycling. Field quests separate from main side, which will be saved. Main and side, yes. Main and side quests will save. Field quests do not save. Quick speed run of all things revealed for the people late to the stream. PvP, I mean, I can't really speed run it. You will have to watch the stream. And I am going to put these slides inside of our teasers channel. But yeah, all right, let's wrap up the stream. I don't have visualizers for this, so let's just go to like a random slide that looks appealing. Let's go to this one. This one looks appealing. All right. Beta testing. Can we name parties? No. There's no reason to have a system like that where you could name parties. Will field quests be rare, or say some field NPCs rare than others? Tiers will be more rare. So it's going to be a rare chance to find a tier 3 quest. So if you find a tier 3 quest, it's going to be, you know, harder to find that, because we'll put a percentage. I don't have the exact percentages of the different tiers, but we will put that in the public when we get to that point, because we do need to test, which we are going to talk about with beta testers here. Our current beta testers right now, we do have current beta testers who tested out the demo. We will be cycling some of them out that we feel that they didn't really, you know, bring a lot to the table when testing the demo, because we do need people to be testing. Definitely when we drop this project, we need people to be testing things like, how fast does it take to complete certain things with 4 people? How hard are legendary raids? We might need to change that to make it a little bit easier or harder. So we gonna need people who beta test, who actually testing the game and finding bugs and stuff, not people who just trying to play the game for fun. So after we look through our beta testers and talk about who we need to remove, we will then look at people who is active in the Discord community and hit y'all up on the side and say, hey, you definitely do a lot for this project. Do you want a beta test? So if you want a beta test for Kinalite, when we get to that point, you 100% need to be active in the community. That will easily get you beta testing, because we see that you are engaged with the game. We will announce more about how to get testers when things come together for the project. As of now, we don't even show off much right now to y'all on the visual side, such as gameplay stuff. Creator program plans. Currently, we are not going to be adding new creators to the program. We're not going to add creators until we release the game, because pretty much all of the creators, if y'all do create Kinalite Kingdom content, the only thing y'all got right now is the dev streams and anything that we tease, which is not going to be too much to be like getting a lot off of Kinalite. Kinalite is still a very small project. When the game is released, I plan on doing things like spotlights on certain creators' streams. So say if a creator is live, I plan on having a ping set up in our Discord where we ping the cord who got that role to go raid that streamer. I really want to get community involved into people who do live streams. As I say, Kinalite is a very good live stream game. So I want hype moments like that for our creators. I want to make sure they eat it. And like I said, that's pretty much a massive stream raid. At the moment, since Kinalite currently doesn't support a code system, such as like, oh, put this code in to get this reward or whatever, we don't really have anything to give to creators besides their creator badge in game and the creator title. And of course, the perks to advertise in our Discord. Things like posting your videos in the channels. Creator Kinalites will not be a thing. I know a lot of people, content creators, really want this to be a thing where you can get a content creator Kinalite. That will not be a thing. As for, I might change my mind later depending on Kinalite's, you know, how Kinalite works, but there will not be Kinalite or creator Kinalites. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, dev streams are now bi-weekly, and you cannot expect us to do a dev stream every week, because we do need time as a team to talk to each other on Sundays, because that's usually our day where we come together and be like, hey, we need to make this happen and organizing tasks. So this is week A. Next week is week B, which we will be doing a meeting, and our next dev stream will be scheduled to be on the 24th, so a day before Christmas. So yeah, that is wrapping up everything for this dev stream. I think this is like one of the longest ones I did, because I did do a lot of talking. But I do appreciate everybody that's watched this dev stream. If you aren't subscribed to the Kinalite channel, please subscribe. As you know, we are 15 subscribers away from hitting 500 to make this channel monetized, and we really want to see that happen. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And I will be posting these slides inside of the teaser channel. If you want to rewatch the stream, this will be on the Kinalite channel. I appreciate everyone who came to this stream, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.